Hey there everybody, Matt Jolly here, coming to you live on the Gold Coast in Australia. Just sitting down by my pool today and wanted to do video number 2 in my 5 Minutes to Freedom video series, which is essentially just short bits of learnings of what I've experienced over the past 5 years and what I've learnt from going from a traditional job or a traditional business into more the online world and building a business that doesn't require you to go to it every day and the benefits for it. So today's video, actually before we get into that, if you are catching this live, make sure you jump on and comment where you're watching it from, and if you are watching it on the replay, pop in replay in the comment section and also tell me where you're watching from. And if you are new to my videos, then let me know that you're new and you're tuning in for the first time. So, why the 40-40-40 plan sucks? So, what is the 40-40 plan? You might not even know. Essentially, this is what society tells us to do: is to go to go to school, get good grades, go to university, try and get a good job, and work for the next 40 or 50 years doing 40 or 50 hours a week, and then at the end of it you're meant to retire on 40% of what you have been struggling often to live off as it was. So 40-40-40 plan, to be honest, it sucks, because we're in that when you get to your let's say retirement age, when you get to that time where you want to switch off, feel like you've done your bit for your working life, and then at that point is when you're meant to rely on, I'm not sure what money, the pension, we'll talk about that in a second, but you're meant to rely on the pension to fund your retirement. And unless you've been able to make enough money to make some really wise decisions investment wise and have money that keeps coming in after you've stopped working, then when you get to the end of your working life, then it's a pretty slim pickings for what you can do. So, did you know that, let's just think about retirement. How much money would you need in retirement to make you happy, or to be content, or to be able to do the things that you want to be able to do? And if you think about it, think about what you're earning now, for example. An average wage in Australia is probably around $50,000-$60,000 a year, about $1,000 a week. Now imagine if you were in retirement and you were now only earning or making from the pension, for example, which is about just over $300 per person per week. So imagine going from $1,000 a week in your working life to $300 a week as a pension. So not only that, but if we look at what some of the experts are predicting at the moment, in that by 2030, 40% of jobs as we know it will no longer be there. With all the advancements in technology and, marketing online and all those sorts of things, it's said that 40% of jobs will be gone by the year 2030. So if you think about, I know here in Australia there's Toys R Us, Blockbuster, Pumpkin Patch, Masters Hardware, all of these massive companies that have gone bust over the past few years, all because they haven't got with the times. So maybe the job that you've got at the moment isn't actually going to be there in 5, 10, 15 years time, and then what do you do? The idea of this video is just for you to realize that the job you've got might not be as secure as you once thought. And Forbes magazine recently said that, unfortunately, job security is not what it used to be. There is no downside to a side hustle. And in fact, there are only benefits to building more than one source of income. A side hustle is the new job security. So I think it's important to note that no matter how stable you think your job is right now, or maybe retirement's a long way off, at some point you're going to have to start thinking about planning for the future, but not only that, but planning for now. Imagine if you're getting by on your $1,000 a week, but what if you had $1,500 a week coming in, or $2,000 a week coming in? So rather than waiting until you're 65 or 70 and decide to start living your life then, maybe you could create a little side hustle business, which is what I actively believe everybody should be doing, which then starts to give you that more freedom throughout your life rather than having to wait until you're 65 or 70 to start living your life then. So think about your situation at the moment. Think about if you lost your job tomorrow, how long would you survive with the money you've got in your bank account? And if it's a day, a week, a month, or something like that, or anything less than that, then it's important for you to realize that having a secondary income stream is super important these days. So if you're not sure how to create a secondary income stream, or what a side hustle even is, then I've actually put together a free training of the system I've used to take me from broke and almost bankrupt to earning over $1 million in just over 3 years. And what you can do is register for my free training and you can check it out, because I believe everyone needs to have that backup income, that side hustle income coming in to not only make life now better and more secure, but then also for your future as well down the track. So start thinking about not just necessarily retirement, but start thinking about your situation now. If you lost your job tomorrow, which 40% of them could well be gone by 2030, what else have you got in place to be able to either supplement your existing income or create a whole new income stream that you can start to depend on and live off? All right, that's enough for me today. I'll pop the link to my training in the comments section so you can check that out if you're sitting there thinking, all right, well, if I lost my job tomorrow, I've pretty much got about 5 hours before I run out of money. If that's your situation, then you definitely need to see this training. Okay, guys, thank you.